All right, back to the plan. So throughout the workshop and this demo today, I'm going to be emphasizing intuition and design as essential to the creation of really great paintings, whether they are abstract or realistic. So intuition or design, or should I say design and intuition. All right. Which way do we say this? Which is more important? Um, I think that they are both essential, super important. Um, the way I think about them is that intuition gets everything started, but design pulls it all together for a great finish. Um, so, what do I mean by intuition? When we start a painting, we start with an idea, a concept, a story to tell, a feeling that you want to express, an original idea. That's what I mean by intuition. Let all this guide you as you start and throughout your creative process. And as you work, trust your feelings. This is more intuition now. Your feelings, your reactions, your instincts, your sense that something is right or maybe not right. Okay, so you need to just kind of think about all that. So that's what I mean by intuition. Okay, now, what's design? Those of you who were with me back in October got a big blast of design. And one of the things that I always say about design is organizing. Design is arranging. When you're making a painting, after that intuition, okay, the design, it's important for you to look at every piece of your painting. Shapes, lines, colors, values, textures, and more, and figure out the best way to place and use them within the composition to create focus, harmony, movement, emphasis, drama, and to express those ideas. Okay, here's something really important. I believe that a painting that's based entirely on intuition without design, intuition only, is likely to end up being kind of jumbled, cluttered, haphazard, ineffective, fractured, maybe confusing. Likewise, a painting that is based entirely on design without the intuition is likely to be flat, boring, unimaginative, soulless, or lifeless. Ah, oh my God. Okay, so we need both working hand in hand, back and forth. In other words, we need that intuition. We need that design. And when we've got them both working, oh boy, we are cooking. Okay. So that, and I'm just going to be going back to this over and over again. Um, okay, now in terms of what I'm actually going to be doing for my demos, I'm going to be working from photographs for my demo today and my demo in the workshop. I use photos a lot in my studio. I feel that photos can be an invaluable tool, um, just like our brushes, our pencils, all that other stuff. It's a tool, the photo. Photos are great for ideas, for a jumping off point. They're great to get you started, but not to copy. So, and just think about it. A camera has no intuition. A camera knows nothing about design, but you do. We do. So, the successful use of a photograph depends on how you apply your intuition and design to it. Okay. In the workshop, I'm going to be sharing lots of ideas about how you can interpret your photos, let them inspire you to come up with those intuitive ideas and never to just copy them. And so today I'm going to show you just a few examples before I actually paint for you. I want to get you thinking about some of the things you can do with your photos. And in the workshop, of course, we're going to be diving in more deeply. So let me go back to the pictures again. All right, here we go. Okay, so let's look at a few source photos and the finished paintings. And I'll talk to you a little bit about how I used them um, and applied my intuition and my understanding of design. All right. So, first of all, many photos, in fact, are cluttered, overpacked with too much stuff, too much information, um, parts that might be ambiguous or confusing or downright, dare I say, ugly. And so you need to allow yourself to eliminate, crop, reduce, make pieces smaller, make pieces bigger, make them more or less prominent, and focus what's on what is truly important to you. Okay, so with this photo, this is a place down in the Virgin Islands. My intuition, okay, I looked at this photo, and the first thing I always do is think about what do I want to express? All right, so my intuition here revolves around a lovely memory of being in this lovely courtyard for a morning. um, I was painting on the spot, and I took some photos, and I have this memory. And what I really want to do is focus on this lovely yellow gate. But look at all the stuff here that's in the way or competing with it, clamoring for our attention. And so, what I needed to do is eliminate a lot of stuff, clean up the photo, and then here's the painting that resulted. So again, starting with my intuitive feeling about what I wanted to do with the painting, and then applying design to it. And in terms of design, what I was doing to make these yellow doors, yellow gate really pop. Around the yellow gate, I put darker, cooler colors. So I'm designing with value and color. I'm doing a lot of other things in terms of designing, but I just want to point out that one thing. Okay. I'm not going to go into everything for now. Here's another one. I love this picture. I was on a second floor balcony looking down over this cafe. And again, my intuition here is, oh, there's a story here. Mom's cutting up the lunch for her little boy. That's the story. And so that's the way I'm starting in terms of my intuitive look at this photo. I want to tell a really nice story. But look at all the stuff in here that's not necessary, all the usual clutter that's on a restaurant table. Plus, I'm really sorry to say this, Grandpa is really not part of the story. So here's a painting. So I just want to show you. I cleaned up the photo. I took out anything that wasn't essential to tell the story. And then I also used my sense of design, my understanding of design. And so I just want to point out a couple of things to you. Notice the color of Mom's sweater, for instance. Um, and here, look what happened. So what I did in terms of design here, aside from eliminating all the clutter, um, I warmed up everything that I could aside from the little boys. plate, which I made blue. Look, it's not blue, but I'm warming up everything except for the plate, and the plate, that blue, becomes like a giant magnet and draws my viewer's attention right there so that that story is really,